Dogs and Demons, The Fall of Modern Japan is a book that Kerr wrote in 2001, so a long time ago, and yet it's still very much relevant to what's happening in Japan today. The title is taken from this idea in art that it was always easier to portray demons in a painting where you only had to use your imagination and pretty much anything went. Rendering a good dog was a real challenge. And he suggests that in Japan, certainly in the boom years when there was money to spend on anything, they went more for the demons than the dogs. They built opera houses in small towns where nobody showed any inclination to go to the opera. They built airports to serve farmers transporting radishes. They added concrete embankments to all of the rivers that they could to protect against the slim chance of a landslide, but thus ruining the appearance of rural Japan. I saw this very much for myself. I was in Japan back in 2002, 2003, and it was remarkable how contradictory the country's appearance was. So on the one hand you had everything so sterile, and yet you had cables everywhere, dangling cables that weren't buried under the ground, I suppose possibly because of the earthquake risk, but it was a confusion of sensibilities, of appearances. It's a very good book, very well written, passionately written. Kerr is passionate about what he writes. His other book, Lost Japan, which was printed through Lonely Planet Press, is a classic of its kind, superior to this, but that's not to say that this is not a good book. I'm going to give it 4 stars out of 5.